Manchester United, another defeat, 2-1 away to Nottingham Forest this evening. This is your reaction show, Forever United TV. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. It is a very disappointing night for all Manchester United fans. Get your comments in the live section right now. I'm here with Jay. You just heard my little outburst at the end of the game there, everyone, so I'm not going to go into this too much, but my overall feelings after that game are of Manchester United again letting the fan base down. False dawn is the word I use in describing this team at the moment. Every little bit of positivity you can take from the season is wiped out within a few days or in the next game. Jay, cheers for coming on, mate. I'm sick of inviting you on when we've been so bad. I do apologise, but it's not my fault, I promise you. Our club and our team are just a laughing stock at the moment. I'm sick of being bantered, but go into that for me, Jay. How are you feeling right now, bud?
To be honest with you, Adam, it's what I expected. A lot of fans lost their way during the week. I took a lot of crap on Twitter when I said this is a false dawn, guys. What matters is what happens at the weekend. And people get running down my throat saying, you're not a true fan, you're plastic, you're this, you're that. But there's one thing we've learned from these players and Ten Hag, it's the hope that kills you. And you saw it, Adam, at halftime. I'm sure you're active and kind when Manu came off for Max Sideways. The writing was on the wall right there. I have it here in my infamous diary, Adam. I counted in the first half 3 times Wan-Bissaka got skinned on the wing. And if Forest had better crossing, at half time we go and turn it down.
Yeah.
We created nothing in the first half. Absolutely nothing. My favourite player, Rashford, and I say that with gross sarcasm, had 10 touches in the first half. And it took until the 55th minute for us to get a shot on target with Dallo.
Yeah.
So the writing was almost on the wall.
It was.
And I didn't see your reaction, Adam, but I'm sure when you saw Forest counter-attack and Wan-Bissaka not closing his man and Scott McSideways jogging back like a little girl, I was screaming at TV, sprint, run, earn your money. And all of a sudden, 2-1 down.
That is exactly how it went down, Jay. I mean, I don't know what was worse for me in that. The Aaron Wan-Bissaka attempt at getting back for the second goal for Gibbs White was enough for me. How at first he was jogging back, then he could see the immediate threat. As a defender, you're always taught, even as a schoolboy, you go towards the first threat, the ball. You stop that happening, then you deal with everything else after that. He runs back into his position, leaving Gibbs White in acres of space on the edge of the box. It was like a carbon copy of the first goal. Scott McTominay completely out of position for his goal, for the first goal as well for Nottingham Forest. I said we lost this game when Scott McTominay came on the pitch. I haven't heard enough about what's happened with Manu yet. I need to judge that when it comes in terms of, is that a tactical decision from Ten Hag, or is he hand-forced in bringing Manu off through injury? I don't know, but at the end of the day, for me, that team right now is scraping the barrel. Really, it's really scraping the barrel right now. I'm losing all hope that anything can be changed around because we know there's no money coming in. Every video I do through the week is one of trying to build a little bit of an angle to figure out how Manchester United move forward. But then ultimately, it really counts for nothing because every time them players step foot on that pitch, they just constantly let us down. Nuno, we know what his tactics are. We know he'll wait for that moment. He has quick wingers. And like you said, Jay, if they could cross the ball better, then we'd be completely out of sight. The only reason we're in the game is because Forest in the first half were probably worse than what we were. So you got to look at it and you've got to go, Manchester United, absolute disgrace, beyond the disgrace. Is my volume off? Sorry, I don't know if my volume is off. Let me just double check. Sorry, guys. Technical issues. I shouldn't be off. should be on. I don't know why. No, I am fully on. Can everyone hear me okay? Jay, can you hear me okay? I think you can.
Yeah, I hear you perfectly. Perfect.
Guys, just let me know if my volume is okay. I just need... I can hear you, no problem. That's fine. I think it's just a volume thing. I will try and up the old volume on my side of things just to make sure. But Jay, I'm just going to read through a couple of the super chats right now. We've got a new member in Lee Mack. Thank you very much. Welcome to the members club, my friend. Sorry it's in dismal circumstances as always. Let's just get into another super chat there that came up earlier on. Sorry about this. Just getting through them now, guys. There's a lot of ranting and raving to do right now. Why can't Rashford and McTominay get long-term injuries so we can't play them? That's Andreas. I mean, that's where people are at right now. Scott McTominay, again, it's just not good enough, Jay. At the end of the day, we knew, if we know as a fan base when Scott's coming on, then it's going to go downhill. We have to look at it and go, there's serious problems there. How can Manchester United fans see it, but Eric Ten Hag cannot see it? Scott McTominay cannot play defensive midfield, Jay. It's the worst possible it's the worst possible position for Scott McTominay to be in this team. I think my mic is back up now, guys, so just double let me know on that one. But Jay, Scott McTominay in defensive midfield. Scott McTominay on the pitch, for me, is an issue right now. But there, I think we got what we deserved, really. And I think Ten Hag got what he deserved.
Okay, Scott McTominay, if he's anywhere around our own box or centre midfield, he's nothing more than a liability. When he came on, I tweeted that Ten Hag was going Jack Charlton at tie 90. You know. Now, that probably went over a lot of people's heads, but if you're using McTominay as a target man in the box, where he's going to pump in crosses and hopes he wins a header or gets a flick or a knock, fair enough. But don't have him around our box. Within 5 minutes of him coming on, he caused a calamity in our defence. And then a few minutes later, Varane plays them one side. And if memory serves, McTominay was the closest man to Rodriguez when he had his shot, and McTominay jogged. He jogged. Now, a lot of the fans big up McTominay for his work rate, his effort. I saw no effort today from McTominay. For me, he's just another weight stealer.
Yeah.
And also, put context on this. Back in August, Eric Ten Hag wanted rid of Scott McTominay. And now he seems to be his go-to solution in midfield. Now, I hope for Ten Hag's sake, Manu was carrying a knock. Because if he brought on Scott like sideways as a tactical decision over Manu, well, Eric Ten Hag has a still question answer. Because then for me, Ten Hag lost that game for us. We can moan and groan with the players. But that for me, Adam, and everybody watching, was the tipping point of this game. Now, the club will probably spin it as an injury just to save face for Ten Hag. That's my very simple answer on it, Adam. I'm disgusted. I'm annoyed. I'm gone past the point of shouting and screaming anymore.
Yeah.
I am. But Jesus, if Ten Hag made that decision tactically, well, then he's a charlatan manager.
Yeah, this I think is a lot of fans echoing what you're saying right now, Jay. You don't want to be talking this way, but you're only saying how you feel. You're really only saying how you feel. DJ John with a super chat. I think Nuno thanked Eric Ten Hag when he saw Scott come in. Yeah, I know. Another super chat in from John O'Neill. My 8-year-old asked, why do Scott and Rashford stay on the pitch? Kids can see this. How come Ten Hag doesn't? I'm done with Ten Hag. He is out of his depth. Again, harsh words from a lot of the United fan base. I don't want to just use this, and I've seen Eamon just say then, don't keep blaming just Scott McTominay. No, it's not just Scott McTominay. He's right. Scott McTominay is an issue and was a big issue with that first goal for me. Petulance in the foul that he got his yellow card for as well. I thought that was a disgrace. That just shows a man that actually can't be arsed. But it wasn't just Scott McTominay in this game. I said at the start of this match, Jay, I said, for Manchester United to do well here today, Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes have to have big games. I said at the start I was watching Antony. Thanks very much, guys, for over 100 likes again. Brilliant stuff, as always. Really appreciate everything. As I said in the watch-along as well, your support is the only thing keeping us going in all of this right now. But getting back to what I said, the fact that Antony's coming off after 53 minutes, why is Palestri or Ahmad not starting the game? Bruno and Rashford, the two senior players in the squad, played more for this club than anyone else on that pitch today. Both of them need to set an example. I'm looking at poor old Garnacho again being the only shining light in a forward line of absolute dross. I said at the start of the game, that forward line has got enough energy to press high and create issues for Nottingham Forest. I didn't see it once. I didn't see one cohesive move or group moving forward in a press between them. Rashford has to lead that. Bruno today, I thought, was an absolute disaster case. I love Bruno. I thought he'd come back against Aston Villa. I honestly thought he turned the corner again. He seemed to have the bit between the teeth and he carried the team forward. Today, it was back to the same old petulant Bruno, misplacing passes, trying the pass that isn't there, not strong enough in midfield. Marcus Rashford, the back heel for me was a disgrace on its own. I said Rashford can't play with his back to goal. And I was proved right. Antony, useless. Rashford, awful. Good goal, that's it. That was made by Garnacho. Bruno Fernandes, horrendous. Jay, the senior players are being shown up by these young players at the moment. And no coincidence, Kobe Mainoo comes off. Another senior player comes on who's been at the club a long time. And the team falls apart. But besides McTominay, talk to me about Bruno Fernandes today. Because I don't want everyone to get off the hook here, Jay. I've not got no agenda against any particular player, contrary to what some people think. I want to balance this conversation out because Bruno, for me today, Jay, was an absolute nightmare. He just looks like a lost man right now. He really does.
Okay, so Adam, a lot to unpack there. What the fans don't acknowledge is Bruno's best performances were in empty stadiums during COVID. He was able to get a penalty every second game, get an assist, and up his stats. And he was playing a free role in a counter-attacking Solskjaer team with little or no tax apart from counter-attacking. And the pressure was off him. Since he's been made captain, I think it's the curse of that armband.
Again.
He's reft. And he rightly got credit against Villa. He led, but we expect that level of leadership week in, week out. And we haven't seen it. Your captain, lead the team out, you lead by example. And the key word there, Adam, you raised there was petulance. So his petulance now is filtering down to the rest of the players.
Yeah.
You saw Rashford go down like he'd been shot. Was that so he could get a breather? Or was it just to prove a point? I'm the focal point of this team, or thinks he is. So Bruno, he's inconsistent. And once he has to wear the armband around his arm, I think that's going to continue.
Yeah.
He's not a leader.
No, honestly, it's coming across that way, mate. Isn't it?
I would be happier if someone like Johnny Evans of Iran had that armband.
Yeah, let Bruno
but
try
yeah,
and
we
find
saw
his game again.
When Bruno didn't play, Scott got the armband. That's on the manager.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll do Anthony next. So clearly, Ten Hag has a blind spot for players from the Eredivisie. Anthony looks like a winger that we signed off Wish. We're buying a 70-odd million player. He looks like something that I've seen in the League of Ireland.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for.
Oh, God.
You raised the point that you were going to look today close to Anthony because you need to step up. I didn't see it.
Yep.
I'm sure, and anybody watching, correct me if I'm wrong, correct Alan, if you think he's wrong. What did Anthony offer today?
Absolutely nothing, mate.
The couple of times that Forrest were breaking down the flank, he was jogging back along with Wan-Bissaka. No convention, nothing for either the two of them. So that's Anthony. Rashford, we could do a whole show on the charity enthusiast. Now, he got his goal. Yes, took it well. Goal made by Garnacho.
Mm-hmm.
Incidentally, in the first half, 55% of our attacking threat was all coming down the Garnacho's flank. I think they stacked up for half-time. So if you take Rashford's goal out of the equation today, what is he, Adam? A 2 out of 10? 3 out of 10?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to do the player rating show after this, and I ain't got much hope for anyone getting anywhere near a half-decent score, even breaking even, mate, to be honest. I'm just going to go through a few super chats and things that have come up. Brian, thank you once again, mate. You was all over the watch along, and you're back in with us today. I feel Liverpool fans feeling sorry for us now, but Brian, again, absolutely immense as always, mate. Jay is right. Nothing will change until they get the right football people in the front office and a manager that has a coherent plan. Hopefully, that happens sooner rather than later. Cheers, guys. Brian, thank you very much, mate. New member, Nikhil Borat has not only joined the membership club, he has also gifted 5 memberships, also taken by Ryan 007. I can't even say that one. Canuck Savoli. Hopefully I've got that right. Robert Duffy. Mike Fergus has taken one as well. And Mashup. Welcome to the Members Club, my friends. Sadly, again, in poor circumstances, talking about another disappointing Manchester United display. You talked about the actual player ratings there and everyone like that. Like I said all along, this team somehow manages to drag down players to a level where the bad performers that were there before were at. I don't know why. Bruno's took a while to get there, but he's there now for me. He's been dragged into the pit with everybody else, and he's just had to accept that, you know what, I can't even keep these standards up. My biggest concern is how the younger players actually, how they manage to get past this. I don't know how, because I don't see how we can get rid of everyone in one go, Jay. Or the likes of Ahmad coming on today. I just felt sorry for him, mate. I'm like, poor bleeder. He's been thrown on now by Ten Hag to try and win us the game. The guy's been out injured for, 4 months near enough now. And you get thrown in at the deep end by the manager and say, go on, go and play with this pile of shit and see if you can do anything. And it's a thankless task for anyone coming in right now. And people are saying in the chat here, the one thing that's come up, I'm still Ten Hag in, but oh my God, them substitutions. Again. And I'm just waiting now to hear Ten Hag's quotes. I'll bring them up, guys, when they come up. But, Jay, Ahmad today, I just feel sorry for the lad. I'm like, he's in now the same boat for me as the likes of Højlund, Garnacho and Mainu. I wish I could just play all of them. Eventually, Jay, we'll get rid of the players that are dragging everyone down, and we can get this fresh breath of fresh air come into the team, these fearless young players. I'd rather watch the youth team play, mate, right now, honestly. I really would. I'm just worried for these players coming into the team, Jay.
Okay, so 2 years ago, United won the FAU Cup.
Yep.
So the nucleus of a half-decent squad is already there. Now, obviously, not every player that wins the Cup medal is going to go on and play for a top Premiership team. We know that. But on that Cup side, there is at least 5-6 players that should be given a chance. That chap, his name escapes me, the chat would know, he played centre-back last week.
Kambawala.
I thought, somebody like him, I thought, have him on the bench week in, week out. And even when Maguire comes back, if and when Varane gets injured, because it's inevitable, play him beside Johnny Evans. Let him learn from Johnny Evans. And the very fact that I'm talking about Johnny Evans being our first choice centre back shows how shit we are in 2023. Now, one of my favourite managers, as we all know, is Jose Mourinho. His infamous quote, "Football heritage," and see where United players play now. So if McTominay, Maguire, and Wan-Bissaka, Dalot, who else? Rashford, McTominay, they leave in the summer, hypothetically, where do they end up? And we're not going to sell all of them, as we know. And how many of them are going to go on to have stellar careers? Very, very few. It took Lukaku, who our fans lauded initially, and then we flated, is now playing like prime Lukaku for Roma, because he's playing in a very defined tactical plan where he knows what every player around him has to do and where they're going to be for every minute in the game. Today, it was like our lads had met in the car park beforehand. I don't think a lot of those players knew their job today.
No, I agree on that. 100% agree on that one. I think that's, again, going out there playing blind, really. Team on with a super chat says, firing Erik ten Hag is redundant. We have done it 5 times and it hasn't worked. Bring in a proper footballing structure and plan, then sack the coach. I understand that, team. I think what everyone is getting at right now is, it's like, you look at Manchester United, 14 defeats this season. Can a club of this size hang on to a manager with that type of record? I look at it, and it's not like I want Den Hag to go. I'm waiting to hear for what he says, and I've not got much hope in what he is going to come out with. Let me just double check again now, just to make sure there's nothing come out here. Interesting one from Gary Neville on this one. He says, all the talk the other game was how much these players are playing for Erik ten Hag. What does this prove after we've seen so far in the 50 minutes? That they're not playing for him again. It's hard to understand what he's getting on at there, to be honest. But for me, Jay, I've got to look at this now. Sorry, I've just got another super chat in there from my man Alien. I know he'll be depressed right now after this. Where are you there, Alien? Sorry, mate. Alien, thank you very much for the chat, mate. I know it's hurting you now. Just blown 250 quid on this garbage. Erik ten Hag, just leave. Oh, you were at the game, Eric. Oh, my God, you didn't pay that. That is, wow. Jay, the end of the day, comments like that, that's why people come in and say it's pointless sacking the manager. But then you countered it by someone like Alien coming in there. There'll be fans paying fortunes going to that game there today. There were fans who broke their Christmas weekend to go and watch them at West Ham. They just see a bunch of players who are not playing for a manager. But then you've got to ask the question, what direction, and you mentioned it then, Jay, what direction are these players being given to Erik ten Hag, by Erik ten Hag? It just looks like they don't know where they're supposed to be on the pitch. What prime example of that is, like, what were the instructions to Scott McTominay? Protect the back 4. 2 goals scored from the edge of the box while defenders are covering other players that are in it. That's a defensive midfielder's job. Obviously, I'm having a go at Wan-Bissaka as well, in the fact that if you watch Wan-Bissaka in the goal, the second one, someone tried to tell me how that man doesn't need digging out. But some of the basic stuff these players are still not doing, even without instruction of ten Hag. For you, Jay, is that like a team that's given up? Because you know what you're doing as a player. You know your role. Simple basics. They're not doing them. Never mind instruction from the manager, Jay.
First of all, big respect to that gentleman that paid £250 to go and watch that draft today. I actually feel sorry for him. And the travelling away fans, I think we have some of the best fans in football that will travel up and down England to watch that dross week in, week out. Big respect to every one of them. Adam, I'll be honest with you. If I was living in the UK, I don't know if I could manage myself to go up and down the country every week to watch that shit.
Yeah.
Financially, I couldn't justify it. So anybody that does, I have massive respect for. Now, on Gary Neville, Gary made a massive song and dance about the comeback against Villa. And, they're playing for the manager. They're playing for Ten Hag. That's bollocks. They're at home. They felt the wrath of the home crowd. You were at the game. They got booed off at halftime.
Yep.
And maybe some level of professional pride came out. And then today, it was back to headless chicken football again, because it was too hard to go to Nottingham and even get a draw against a new manager who's just there a few weeks, Espirito Santo. And you know what you're going to get from him. You know what you're going to get. He's going to play counter-attack or trying to get something for set piece. Obvious. Now, we already fans watching this, and we know this. So Ten Hag, with his UEFA Pro license, his knowledge is far superior than ours. So what bullshit did he tell him at half-time?
Yeah.
And then McTominay goes on as a CDM to hit the back four. Give me a break.
Yeah. Some quotes coming through from Ten Hag now. I'm just going to get into these. Jamie Redknapp, first of all. So this is telling me that there's, so far, tell me if I'm wrong in what I'm listening to or what I'm reading, we haven't got an issue with Kobe Mainoo. There is no problem, no injury, because Jamie Redknapp has just come out and said, I thought it was a strange decision at halftime to take off Kobe Mainoo to leave yourself without a recognised defensive midfielder. A quote's just coming from Erik Ten Hag now. It says, it's disappointing at 1-0. We can come back and we were good. But in a moment of counter-attack, we conceded a goal. No shit, Sherlock. I mean, again, I go back to the language barrier and everything there with Ten Hag, and sometimes his quotes can be taken out of context. But that's just not good enough. I'll read more. We weren't energetic enough or committed enough. In the second half, we were better. No, we weren't. In the first half, we should have created chances, but we didn't. We know that these results did not live up to our expectations. Talk about stating the bleeding obvious. It's like a broken record with him, Jay. He's not helping himself at all. There needs to be a breakdown. There needs to be an explanation from the manager now. It's bordering on laughable what he comes out with. And for me, I'm just not in a position to accept what he says. I weren't in a position. He was asked a straightforward question about Martial in the press conference. No, he's ill. He's not available. It's not good enough. He's been out for 3 weeks ill. Someone needs to tell us what's going on. You need to say what went wrong in them moves that we conceded the goals in. You need to start dissecting it as a manager and telling the fans that we are not watching a different game to you. You are in charge of one of the biggest and most expensive football teams in world football, and you're telling the fans that what they are seeing is a complete lie. You're telling the fans that they're liars, basically, is what he's saying to me when he comes out and talks, Jay. I want to back him, I really do, but every time he comes out with these comments after a game like that, it just puts him further and further down everyone's expectations. And I like when I had Chris Wheeler on this show from the Daily Mail, said he sat in some of Ten Hag's press conferences, and what Chris said was, sometimes you look at him and you go, you're deluded, Eric. That came from the journalist that goes to every single Manchester United game and has been to every single press conference. Well, and Erik Ten Hag has been in charge of this football club. Deluded. Honestly, I don't know what game he watches sometimes, mate.
So listen to Ten Hag speak. It's akin to listening to an MP in the British Parliament.
Sorry, Jay. I just need to.
It's word salad.
I need to come in on you there, mate, and you can answer this straight away, mate. Samuel Luckhurst from the MEN. Ten Hag confirms Mainoo's removal was tactical. says he has no regrets about the decision. Drop the mic. Jay, take the floor.
Okay. Erik ten Hag, you are a bald fraud, mate. 0-0 half-time. You take off Kobe Manu. You put on Scott McSideways. That's proven himself historically to be a liability. He's not a 10. He's not an 8. He's not a 6. And you put him on to play as a holding CDM. You're a fraud. You lost that game. You lost that game. You blame the players all you want, but your tactics lost that game.
He literally did, because Scott McTominay was at fault for the first goal straight away. They didn't have a shot on target the whole first half. That was with Kobe Manu on the pitch, Jay. Scott McTominay comes on, nearly gives a penalty away, boots the ball against the defender that could have ricocheted anywhere, having seen a shout from Andre Onana, takes the ball off the goalkeeper, gets a petulant yellow card for kicking out at someone. It's completely out of position for the first goal. Ten Hag. I'm not even blaming Scott McTominay right now. I can't blame Scott McTominay. I'm sorry. He's gone on the pitch. He's a United lad through and through. Come through the ranks. He's going to go on that pitch and do the best that he possibly can. We know that he's not good enough. But Ten Hag is the man that puts him on that pitch, taking off Kobe Manu, who has been one of our best performers. And let's be honest, playing in defensive midfield, Forest attack in the first half was one of my least concerning issues. Our forwards were where the issue was and creating absolutely nothing. For him to come out and say that was tactical has blown my mind, Jake. It really has. I have got no comeback to that at all, and I've got no defence of Erik ten Hag there. And I hate to say that, I really do, but what else can I say, Jay?
So if Adam or Jay Daly is CEO of that club tomorrow morning, you're hauling Ten Hag into your office. Eric, what the actual F? Account the decisions right now. Why was that decision made? You've just shown yourself to be tactically inept live on Sky Sports. And how and why? Do you not have the balls to explain to an educated fan base that are watching football all their lives how and why you allowed Forest to score a winner on counter-attack, and how and why your fullback could not get tight on the first man, and how and why Scott McTominay jogs back. And also, Eric, how and why did you start Anthony and leave Ahmed on the bench and throw him into Lions Den on the 53rd minute? So if you want to keep your job, Eric, answer these questions right now, mate.
Yeah, Rashford and Anthony should have been first ones taken off. It's madness, says Paul D. Ten Hag plays dreadful football. I expected Ajax football, not this. Second, and McTominay and Bruno sabotage. Yep, Bruno was at fault with that second goal and part of it as well. Ten Hag seems to be missing Ajax desperately and seems... Apple Music Library, Sarah? No. I won't be listening to that. Ajax desperately and seems to like he wants to go back. I agree with the guy who thinks Eric is trying to get sacked. He doesn't get paid if he walks, and I think he has had enough. He just doesn't look like he's bothered on the sidelines. He really doesn't. It doesn't look like he's got an idea. It doesn't seem to affect him. That's a big concern. There's no motion there either. A few opposition fans have said this. Super chat in from DJ John. Erik ten Hag is not better than Solskjaer. I am wrong. Am I wrong? Question mark. Some would argue with this losing streak that we're on right now that you can't really argue at that point. But yeah, it's a tough one. Would you take Solskjaer over Ten Hag right now, Jay?
Listen, I didn't want Solskjaer from the very first day. And I was the first of so-called fan pundits to call him up for what he was, a charlatan. So no, I wouldn't take him back. Not a chance.
No, interesting quotes from Christian Eriksen as well. Believes things will get better. Yes. Things will heal and get better. There's only one way forward, and that's to work. That's to work hard. Sometimes it goes against us. As a footballer, you want the best game every day, but the only way to do that is to work. Oh, yeah, I know. Work. My God. Jay, I mean, I don't even think with these players working harder. It's the mental capacity to handle wearing that United shirt and what's expected that's the problem for me, mate.
Well, Garnacho has it. Yep. Manu has it. Varane has it. Johnny Evans has it. Apart from that, that's all I see right now. Oh, Casemiro and Martinez come back.
Yeah.
But that's it.
And that's going
to... Bruno is slowly sliding onto my infamous busted sofa. He's sliding there. Rashford's a permanent fixture. Don't get me started on Maguire and Lindelof. And Wan-Bissaka today got shown for what he is. A mid-table, limited fullback.
Yeah, you can definitely say that again. Oh, God. Do you know what? It's a really sad day for Manchester United, mate. Honestly, I don't see how Ten Hag turns it around. I don't want to be a Man United fan saying we need to get rid of another manager. I don't. I want to see him work with Ineos and what they can produce. But the in-game management, that's still there, plain to see for everyone. Ten Hag has to take his losses in all of this and accept his fault and his blame. And I understand people backing him, but how long can you keep travelling and watching this crap? How long can you keep paying the amount of money you're paying to this football club to watch these players underperform continuously? Bruno Fernandes is a good player. He's been dragged down to the rest of the standards with everyone else right now. We destroy careers, and we're doing it again. I'm going to finish on a high. Obviously, Jay, I need you to play your part in this one. Here on the channel, we have had a competition running for all the members, and I did promise everyone that I would announce the winner of the competition, and I'm going to announce it now. We've got two prizes. We're going to announce the top prize first. So, Jay, I'm going to ask you again to give me a number. This time we had over 100 entries, 108 entries into the competition, which is fantastic. Really enjoying that, and everyone who is getting involved in everything. So right now, Jay, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 108. This could be anywhere in between, Jay. Let me know who that is, and I will announce the winner. It is all on you, Jay. Give me the first number for the first prize winner, please.
Okay, we're not past the watershed, so I won't go up my first number in my head. So I'm going to go with 16, Roy Keane.
16, Roy Keane going down on the list, number 16. There we go. That is, are you ready? Mr. Robert McBride, 7215. Robert, you are the winner of the Manchester United 1988 blue third kit. Absolutely brilliant, mate. I'm chuffed to bits for you. Hopefully, you can get back to me. If you can just send me a message on the comment section on this video when it finishes. If you can just come up, I've got you logged in here, so I will see it straight away, mate, as soon as you put the comment on. So wait for this video to finish and then leave a comment saying thank you, Adam, or whatever. Leave a little message on there just saying so-and-so who's the winner of the prize. That's all I need. Any sort of message at all, because I've got your name saved, mate, now, so don't worry. You can just say anything you want. Just put that comment in below. General Foodie has just donated another membership. Thank you very much. That's gone to Jack MUFC. Jake, second prize, please. Same rules apply again. if you could name a number between 1 and 108. That isn't number 16, of course. And away you go.
Okay, so show my age, feel nostalgic. 99, back when we were a football powerhouse.
99. Wow, let's go right down on to this. So the random numbers were off all of the comments that came in. And number 99 is... it is... How am I saying that now? Oh, he's put it in twice. That's why. It was a guy. 99 was a guy. That is your name, your YouTube name. You are getting the mystery shirts, my friend. Thank you very much. Same rules apply. Again, if you could just send me a message, leave a comment on this video after the live stream is finished. I've got your name saved. That was a guy, and the first one was Robert. I think it was Robert, wasn't it? Yep. Robert, if you could just drop a message on this video, guys, when it's finished live, I will get your details and tell you exactly what you need to do to claim your prize. We'll get it all sent out to you, but absolutely fantastic. Best way to finish what has been a bit of a shocker. And yeah, guys, all I can say is thank you very much for tuning in. I will be doing the player ratings. That'll be up a bit later on. But it's been an awful day for United. Good day for us. Great community as always. Loved having you all in. I know it's not in great circumstances, but really appreciate all of your support, all of your comments, all of your super chats, and all the new members today. It's been brilliant. Congratulations to the winners of the prize giveaway. Jay, thank you very much for being on the show again. I'm sorry that, it is dissecting a poor result from United, but really appreciate your time. Just give the people a shout out again to where they can catch you on social medias, please.
Thanks, Adam, for having me on. Always a pleasure. So it's JAYD Mourinho. Remember, this is football heritage.
I love it. Guys, that is us all finished and done and dusted. Player ratings will be up later on, as always. Have a great rest of the weekend, and I will see you tomorrow for New Year's Eve. We're back with the morning show again, and then the last show of the year, believe it or not. God, what a year to finish. Manchester United's calendar year, in terms of losses, is the worst since, I think it was, 1932 or something like that. I think the amount of losses that we've had in one calendar year, the worst it's been for, quite a few decades. I'll leave that there for you to think, but give us a like on your way out. Subscribe if you are tuning for the first time. That is live content done for the day. Sorry, it wasn't a good one for the Reds, but we'll be back tomorrow. Cheers, guys.